Well, hello and welcome to the March 2026 Be More Mancroft podcast edition. I'm Edward Carter.
And I'm Judy Ball.
And it's lovely you joined us again. Thank you so much. Well, Judy, March already. The year is flying by. Do you like March as a month? Is it a good month for you?
Yes, because it's beginning of spring. It's lovely time. All the lovely flowers, the daffodils and tulips. Absolutely, a bit later. Snowdrops, of course, aconites. I've got all sorts of things in the garden.
Wonderful, yes. And certainly the day's getting longer and a bit brighter.
Yes, definitely.
I think we have 1 or 2 days without rain, have we? I can't remember.
We have. That's lovely to see the sunshine.
So spring begins on the 1st of March, does it, or not?
No, 21st of March.
21st of March. Okay.
My aunt always told me that because it was her birthday.
Oh, right. Well, that's easy to remember then, yeah. Right, so 21st of March is official beginning of spring, is it?
So she's always told me, and I've always thought it was.
Well, I mean, she must be right. If it's her birthday. Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, spring is a good time of year. A big spring clean. Perhaps do you do a big spring clean each year, Judy?
Well, yes, in a way I do. But you were talking about the sunshine.
Yes.
It shines on the windows, and although I have a window cleaner for the outside, I do the insides, but I look at them, and when the sun comes on them, and I think, oh, my goodness, yes. So I go mad, and I've got a lot of glass in my house.
Right.
So it could take me a whole day, actually, I think, to do all the windows.
Right. You're a sort of professional indoor window cleaner. That's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, spring cleaning, yes, I'm not very good at cleaning windows. Occasionally I do, but not very often. And no, I don't know. Occasionally, I suppose, yes, the urge gets me and I do a bit of tidying up and cleaning, but I'm probably not the world's biggest spring cleaner, I'm afraid. In fact, I have known it get round till much later in the year, and I think, gosh, I really must do a bit of a clean. But that's often a bit later than March.
And of course, the nights, the afternoons now are getting longer.
Yeah. It's lovely.
It's lovely. It's the early mornings I find different, and I'm now going to communion when it's actually getting daylight.
The Wednesday morning communions, that's right, yes. Yes, there was a time in the depths of the winter when it was dark as we all gathered for those services. But no, it is lovely to be in the daylight, yeah. Well, thinking about spring cleaning, there's a bit of spring cleaning going on at church. Well, more than spring cleaning, really. It's renovations and repairs, but also a good clean. And the scaffolding in the church at the moment, of course, on the north side, in the north aisle. And I had a chance the other day to go up the scaffolding.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, I was very brave, and I did. And I met one of the contractors actually working on the job. So I made a little interview with him. Shall we listen to that now?
Oh, yes.
Well, you can probably hear in the background nice sort of scrubbing sounds. And I'm up on the scaffolding for the works, which are happening in the north aisle at the moment. And I'm here with Rob from Greystone Masonry. Rob, you're one of the key people here working on this contract. What's it like to be working here at St Peter Mancroft at the moment?
It's quite interesting. Found a few bits. Found a window in the wall.
Nice. Yeah, so where there wasn't one at the moment, you mean?
Yes. Well, it's been filled in. But we found the stonework and the evidence of a window. So, it's quite interesting.
So the basic job is to sort of strip things down and clean and then kind of build back on again, I suppose.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just patch up all the loose render and then lime wash, redecorate.
Excellent, yeah. So what's the biggest bit of patching and repair work you've had to do?
Well, the biggest bit is on the west window. It's probably about a metre-square. There'll be a little bit of rebuild in there as well. So.
Yeah, okay, cool. So do you normally work on churches and old buildings, or is this a bit of an unusual job for you?
That's pretty much all I do, really.
Okay.
Work on churches,
Fantastic, great. So other churches in Norwich, maybe?
Yeah, Norwich, all over Norfolk.
Fantastic. Yeah. That's great. Good. And so this work is sort of running through, let's think, March and just maybe into early April. And what's the sort of final stage of the work, do you think, when you're kind of nearly done? What with the final bit?
Well, it's got to have 3 coats of lime wash all over it.
Yeah.
And then once all the lime wash is done, take scaffold down, clean everything. And then,
cool. And we're sort of hoping that might just be in time for Easter, aren't we? Because
we're hoping so, yeah.
Let's hope for the best. Awesome. Well, Rob, thanks ever so much. And you've got a number of colleagues up here as well working away. So we're really grateful for all you're doing here. And it's great to chat with you today. Many thanks.
3 coats of Limewash. I didn't realise they did 3 coats. No wonder it's going to take such a long time.
Yes, it's quite impressive. And actually, I saw down at ground level it was when I visited all the buckets of the Limewash, and it was a huge number. Yeah,
really?
Masses. Yeah.
Well, at least they should be finished by Easter. Well, hopefully, because at least they're working inside the church, not outside, so weather won't affect it too much.
That's true. Yes. No, they're definitely an indoor job. Yes, and they seem to be doing really well. They're making good progress. Yeah.
So you have been looking at, and you, I believe, went up the scaffolding, isn't you?
Yes. Well, that's right. Yes. So they were working away. Oh, I suppose sort of half the height of the wall, maybe.
Yeah.
So I was very brave, Judy, going all the way up there, with my hard hat on. You've got to picture me.
Of course.
And it wasn't actually up dangerous ladders that wobbled around at all. It's very solid scaffolding. But no, it was amazing to go up, actually, that high. Yeah. There were 1 or 2 points where you could kind of peek through the plastic sheeting into the church.
Yes.
And it's an amazing view across. There's one place where I looked down at the high altar in the east end of the church, just through a little gap.
Yes.
And it was amazing, actually, really beautiful through one of the archways. Yeah, and there were other things. Stained glass always looks amazing, particularly if you're standing somewhere away from it. But if you get up close, it's a whole different thing.
Yes, I suppose it would be.
Yeah, you see more detail. Yes. And just some of the little bits that the skilled crafts people who made it all those years ago actually.
You must have found it really interesting.
Yeah, it was fascinating. And actually, the most amazing thing I found was right up where the wall joins the roof and at the west end of the church, so near the organ at the back. Well, sort of above where the font is, I found a carved wooden eagle, which I loved. Yeah, it was really lovely. In fact, I included it in one of my sermons at the start of Lent. So I did enjoy finding that. Yeah, lots of other little details. Well, I think one of the a carpenter had carved their name or their details with the date into one of the beams as well. Yeah.
So of course we're coming into Lent. We're now into the second.
Well, very, very much in Lent. That's it. Yes. Oh, yeah. It's an important season of the year. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. A chance to perhaps just reflect on what it is to be alive and maybe our mortality, but in a good way. And I always try and think a bit about the things that aren't so good in my life, the failings, if you like, not out of a sense of doom and despair, but more out of a sense of God's mercy, forgiveness, and goodness, really. Yeah. So I think I always find it a hopeful time of year, but slightly sombre as well.
I don't give up things for Lent, but I do try to do perhaps a bit more for perhaps 1 or 2 people I don't see much of or don't do anything for, and I think, yes, I will try and do a bit more. And so I do it that way.
No, that's really good, yes. And that sort of links with the fact we have a Lent appeal each year, of course, as well. Yes. At the church.
So I forgot. What is the Lent appeal this year?
Yes, so it's actually the Bishop's Lent appeal. Bishop of Norwich does a Lent appeal each year.
He does.
And this year it's for Papua New Guinea, particular project. Yeah.
I do remember.
And in fact, I had a chance to meet with the Bishop's chaplain the other day.
Did you?
She's been to Papua New Guinea as well, and have actually made a little interview with her.
Oh, good.
So maybe we'll listen to that now. Yes. Well, I'm actually here in the Bishop's offices, and I'm with the Reverend Canon Sally Theakston, who is the Bishop's chaplain, and she has, Sally, you've got an office here. Do tell us, what does a Bishop's chaplain actually do?
Well, the Bishop's chaplain tries to support the Bishop in his work, so I aim to do all the things that I can do to free him to do the things that only he can do.
Yeah, great. So you're a sort of right-hand person supporting in every way.
My husband rather talks about me as a lady-in-waiting, in a sense.
Right. But I guess one of the things, obviously, there's lots of support needed in all sorts of ways, but one of the things is if the Bishop's off doing a big trip somewhere, then you might prepare the way and maybe even go with him. Would that be true?
That's true. I've been very fortunate to support him in helping to plan both a visit to Sweden, to Luleå, our link diocese, and to Papua New Guinea, which is our link diocese is within a province that's quite different than our own.
Yeah, Papua New Guinea, obviously almost the other side of the world. And this year's Lent appeal is actually connected to Papua New Guinea, I think, isn't it? And the church there. So do tell us a bit about what that appeal is, but also the trip, because I think that trip you made was last autumn, wasn't it?
That's right. I went to Papua New Guinea last autumn, and then 10 years ago I went to Papua New Guinea with our previous bishop.
Amazing.
So I've been able to compare and contrast Papua New Guinea over a 10-year period.
Amazing. So was there a big difference this time?
Well, it was a rather different sort of trip, partly because I wasn't organising it 10 years ago. So organising things brings with it additional pressures and challenges.
Yes. So do pick out one or two interesting highlights from the trip you made last autumn.
Papua New Guinea is one of the most remote and extraordinary countries I've ever visited. I'm a really ardent traveller.
Yeah.
And so I was amazed in a country that is so mountainous that people are quite separated. So there's a huge number of different languages, even just across one mountain range, because of the inaccessibility. Yeah. So the inaccessibilities was one of the major things that we encountered. Yeah. And we particularly, one of the highlights was going on a visit to where the missionaries first landed in Dagura, and it involved an extraordinary four-wheel-based trip across the most difficult terrain, and then a 2-3 hour boat ride. And such were the challenges with all this that we arrived at our final destination in the pitch black, which was quite an extraordinary thing, and left in the dark the following day.
Gosh, that's extraordinary. Are you an adventurous person, Sally, or not?
I think so, yes.
So that's a good thing, really, isn't it? Yeah. Amazing. But I guess, obviously, it was a church trip, so there must have been services and that sort of thing that you went to?
Oh, certainly so, because we were encountering primarily the Anglican Church in Papua New Guinea. Yeah. And so we met lots of people. What really changed it from many of the other adventurous trips I've been on is that we were really encountering people who lived there, and we were living alongside them. And so wherever we went to, church communities would greet us, often in traditional wear and singing, and with our spears ready to greet us to see whether we were friend or foe.
Amazing, yeah.
But just like a parish visit in this country, we would be fed very much with a buffet that was spread out for us.
Wonderful.
So we were very well looked after. Yeah. Lovely singing and church services. Yeah.
It's amazing how quickly you make new friends, isn't it, in that sort of situation? Yeah.
Absolutely so, because all our differences across the world were brought together because we shared worship and an understanding of Christ that was actually encompassing all of us. Yeah,
it's amazing. And even just our basic humanity, it's extraordinary, really, isn't it? You meet people, So the Lent appeal this year, the Bishop's Lent appeal, is for, I think, an education cause in Papua New Guinea. Have you got a bit more information about that?
Certainly so. Currently, every other year, we've supported a scheme or some work in Papua New Guinea. And this year, we're supporting the work of Martyrs Memorial School, which is a secondary school in Papua New Guinea, where many people board because of the difficulties I've already spoken about of actually getting from one place to another across very mountainous regions. And so we are supporting students so that they can continue their education. Often their education is broken by not being able to pay the necessary fees, whilst the education fees are paid for through the government. The necessary boarding and sort of uniform fees aren't. So that's what we're trying to support. And we're particularly looking at clergy children because the clergy don't get a stipend like clergy here. Right. Often living hand to mouth, and it's very important that their children can have an education, because these children often then go on to fulfil important roles in Papua New Guinea society.
Right, interesting, yeah. Gosh, yes. So it's interesting. No stipend at all for the clergy there.
No, they tend to be reliant on the free will offerings offered people in their parishes. So very much a hand to mouth.
Gosh, that's amazing. Yeah. So, well, that's a fantastic good cause, and certainly at Mancroft this year, we're encouraging people to discover more and to donate generously to that appeal, which is great. Is there anything else you wanted to share about Papua New Guinea? Perhaps a favourite moment on that trip you made last year?
Well, I think one of my favourite moments was actually visiting the school, secondary school.
Yes, yes.
And because we crossed the time in the church calendar when we think of the 20th century martyrs of Papua New Guinea, which are very much key and important in Anglican church life, those missionaries, lay workers, priests who gave their lives during the Second World War with invading Japanese forces.
Yeah.
And there's a great celebration when the colourful sort of celebration, because what they love to do in worship is to dance. So bring the collection up, dance, bring the bread and wine up, they are dancing.
Amazing, yeah. Oh, wonderful. Well, quite a different way of worshipping in one sense, but in another sense, exactly the same kind of worship.
Absolutely.
Just in a different part of the world. Oh, brilliant. Well, Sally, thank you so much for just sharing a few of those thoughts about Papua New Guinea and for explaining a bit about what it is to be a bishop's chaplain. I mean, so the office here is just near the cathedral and next door to Bishop's House.
Yes, it's part of the Bishop's House complex.
Yeah. I imagine it's a busy place to be, is it?
Well, it's a good place to be. I share it with some wonderful colleagues who help with the administration and what more wonderful environment to be in than to be able to eat one sandwich lunch in the Bishop's garden.
Well, that's true. Yes, that's true. And I'm sure I know you do a great deal of work supporting Bishop Graham. So on behalf of us all, thank you for that, but also for chatting with me today. It's been lovely to catch up with you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Delighted.
I enjoyed listening to that. It must be quite a responsibility being a bishop's chaplain. I mean, there's lots of things to have to organise. And, of course, going out to Papua New Guinea and organising it as well.
Yeah.
Have you ever been a bishop's chaplain?
No, I haven't. No. My last job before coming to St Peter Mancroft as vicar here was at Chelmsford Cathedral, and I was the canon theologian there. So I wasn't the bishop's chaplain, but I did occasionally do things for the Bishop of Chelmsford, little theological snippets or assistances with things. Yeah, no, I'm not sure I'd want to be a bishop's chaplain, really. There's a lot of graft behind the scenes, and you're very much working for someone else, of course. Yeah.
So how long? She didn't say how long they were out in Papua New Guinea.
No, I don't know exactly, but probably a couple of weeks, I think. By the time you've gone there, then you can't. It's not just like an overnight trip, really.
Well, no, sounds sort of all through mountainous terrain
exactly. And I think there were probably some hair-raising moments, I'm sure, because it's in a way quite a wild country, but beautiful as well, very forested, I believe. Yeah, I've never been at all. No.
But going into the school.
Yes.
And seeing the children, encouraging the children, and also bringing dancing into it, of course.
Yes.
Dancing
that's
up
right.
to the altar.
I know. Worship with dance. Well, there are some churches here in, I think, in this country that have some dance in their worship. Yeah, but we don't really at Mancroft very much, do we?
Really, no.
We concentrate on the singing and the bell ringing and the organ playing. Although, hang on a minute. So perhaps we should have some dance. I mean, you and I often are at the 8 o'clock communion on a Sunday morning. What do you think? A bit of dancing on a Sunday morning?
Couldn't we? I think we might shock one or two people.
Yes, might be a bit much, perhaps. Yeah. Well, I shall watch out next time there's a service on a Sunday morning. I'll be looking, Judy, to see if you're just twitching your feet.
I used to love dancing. That's how I met my husband. We danced, yes.
How wonderful. Yeah.
On the Strictly type of thing. Well, no, not as exaggerated as the Strictly dancers nowadays.
Right. Okay.
A proper dancing, proper ballroom dancing.
Well, I promise to pray very carefully about whether we should have get you dancing on a Sunday morning. How exciting, yeah. But actually, the Lent appeal itself is a great thing. Yeah.
It is.
And just to think of the youngsters who will be helped through that. So certainly, I shall have a careful look at that.
I think there's paperwork. There are things in the back of the church, aren't they?
There are all through Lent. Yes, there are some information sheets and some gift aid envelopes and plenty of ways of making a donation. Good. So that's really good. Yeah, I mean, encouraging the young generation is always important. Yeah. And actually, just last month, It was half term at the end of February, and we had lots of youngsters in St. Peter Mancroft.
I know, I saw some of them.
Yeah, it was really busy. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of families. And I actually had a chance just for a little chat with one of our young visitors.
Right.
I made a little interview with him. So I'm gonna play that now.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm here in the church, and it's actually the February half-term week, and lots of people coming to the church, and I'm with someone visiting at the moment. I'm just asking why you've come to the church today and what you've enjoyed about it.
The Science Festival has been today, and there are some science in the Church of History.
Yeah, fantastic. And so have you been looking around the church and finding interesting things?
Yes.
Yeah, and what interesting things have you found?
We have found some minerals all hidden around.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were very hard to find.
Awesome. But what was the most fun animal you found?
I'd say the dragon.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much. I'm so pleased you came to visit today. Thank you.
Oh, that was great, wasn't it? He sounded a lovely boy. He wasn't very old, I don't think, was he?
No, I think quite young and enjoying his half term.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But dragon, I don't remember seeing a dragon.
No, I'm not quite sure where the dragon is. There must be one somewhere, I suppose. Yeah.
The other thing he said about things hard to find.
Yes, hard to find. Well, that, of course, made those trails around the church good fun, because if it's too easy, then that's not fun at all. So, there were lots of people hunting around, certainly for animals, as you said. Yeah.
But, I mean, it took me a long time to find the skulls.
Yes, the skulls. So there was search for skulls. There were quite a number to look for. One or two couldn't be seen because of the works in the North Aisle, but there were a good number that you could find. Yeah,
It took me ages.
Yeah. No, there's one. There's a particular skull with crossbones on the wooden door, which is just at the bottom of the bell tower. I don't know if you remember that one.
No, I don't.
Yeah. No, so actually that was my favourite on the sheet with all the skulls.
Oh, right.
Because it just looks a bit like a pirate ship, really. Yeah.
Oh.
yeah. And it's quite low down, so even the smaller children could find it.
It's lovely to have so many children in the church and thoroughly enjoy it.
Yeah, no, it was very busy half-term week, and good fun. Lots of good visitors. Yeah. Well, March, the day's getting longer, and daffodils in the churchyard, wonderful, yes.
And then the end of March, the hour goes forward.
Yes, spring forward, fall back.
That's it.
Yes,
that's
so spring forward, the hours will, the clocks will go forward.
Nice
What does that mean? It means an hour less in bed, doesn't it, I think? Yeah.
Yes, but it's going forward,
Yeah.
An hour less in bed.
And it's always a Sunday morning, so...
yes, 8 o'clock.
Well, 7 o'clock. It'll be 7 o'clock. Feel like 7 o'clock that morning. Yeah. Now, what about St. Peter Mancroft then? Because I was asked the other day again whether, who he was. And I was tempted to make something up, but I don't think I did, yeah. What can he be the patron saint of, do you think?
I don't know. Changing the hour?
Well, yeah, that's a good idea, yes. Patron saint of the changing of the hour. Every March, and then in the autumn as well, I suppose, unless that's a different saint. Good old St. Peter Mancroft.
Yes.
Patron saint of putting the clocks forward in spring. Yes. Oh, yes. Splendid. Well, that's very good, isn't it? Well, Judy, thank you so much for meeting up again.
I've enjoyed our chat. I enjoyed chatting. It's great.
Yes, really good, isn't it? To catch up about things and to hear so much about the life of St. Peter Mancroft, all that's going on.
Yes.
And thank you all for joining us as well. It's been lovely to have you with us.
Indeed.
And we look forward to seeing you again next month.
We do.